When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Sasha says, hey, Ben and Kelly, first of all, love your show.
Thank you.
You both keep me entertained every morning. Got a potential dilemma coming up. I'm hoping you can help me avoid. My husband and I keep our kids off social media on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We don't post their pictures. They're little. We want to keep them private. So I've got several relatives who will be at our place for something this week. They'll take pictures of our kids and post them online. And I know if I tell them not to, they're going to get upset. But these are my kids. So how do I handle this without upsetting the relatives? I really don't want there to be any drama. LOL. Thanks so much.
Well, it sounds like this has happened in the past because I would imagine she wouldn't be coming to us if it was a thing where she just told her relatives before and they abided by her wishes and everything was fine.
Yeah, it sounds like there was some past drama and she's trying to figure out, all right, how do we address this issue that's come up before without having drama? Again, just want to have a family gathering, have it be nice.
I know that there are some people who I follow who will post pictures of their kids, but then like put little emojis over their face or something like that, where you could ask if any of those pictures or whatever get up, or you want to post any fun pictures and my kids are a part of them, just please do that. I don't know. Is that a compromise? That is, I mean, I don't know if you're, Aunt Shirley would necessarily understand how to do that.
How to do that.
I know, exactly. And maybe that's a little bit more work on your end of like trying to help them post these or show them how to do it so they can at least abide by your thing. So it's not a thing after the fact where you're going back to them and going, hey, can you take this photo down? Hey, can you do this?
Now I feel bad for putting my kids all over social media from like the day they were born. I was never really, because I liked showing them off. And pretty much the only thing you're going to find on my feed are the dogs and the kids.
Yeah. So what do you, I guess, how do you approach it to the relatives or the people who are coming over in a way that's not going to necessarily offend them? Is it an email beforehand? Hey, looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend or this week. Keep in mind, there's a no photo policy.
Oh, no, that sounds, that sounds bad. I feel like let's just let the day play out, maybe. See what pictures are taken, and then as they're leaving, just say, oh, if you don't mind.
Confiscate your photos here.
No, don't confiscate. That's a bad word. Just say, hey, if you post those, if you wouldn't mind, covering up the kids' faces, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, it was good to see you. Okay, love you.
Wouldn't you want to do that beforehand, though, just so they know the expectations rolling in?
Then I think you put people on edge, because if they're going to be taking the photos, then someone's going to be like, oh, do you want to not have the kids in it? And just be salty about it. I feel like just let it play out, see what pictures are taken. Maybe it's not even going to be an issue. Maybe the kids aren't in the pictures.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of work on you to go through everybody's camera roll.
Well, you don't go through the camera roll. You just, as they're leaving, just say, hey, if you got any pictures of the kids you want to post, just make sure you cover up their faces, and we really appreciate it. We just want to keep them private. Thank you.
Anybody ever been in this situation that can pass along what they did? Got a story about such a thing? 502-795-1997, group therapy. We'll get to your stories and calls coming up on 99.7 DJX. All right, group therapy. One of those things where it's like, hey, I've got a little rule where I'm not posting my kids' pictures online. So how do you tell the relatives that are coming over, the family, whatever, that are coming over, hey, if you're going to get any photos, just make sure you don't post any of them of my kids, and do it in a way that they're not offended.
Yeah, it doesn't rub them the wrong way. Chrissy texted, it was an adoption issue. There was a child in one of my kids' classes once. It couldn't be posted on social media. His mom just let us know. It wasn't a big deal. So we either just buzzed him out or didn't post pictures that had him on there.
I mean, is it as easy as just being upfront and telling them ahead of time, hey, just FYI? And maybe this is, and Sasha didn't say one way or the other, but it sounds like maybe either this is the first time that they've implemented this, or they are it's the first time like the family's kind of getting together in this sort of way where they feel like they need to like be up front with them before they get there, just so no photos get online.
Well, I don't know. See, I was kind of thinking, do we just wait and see how the day plays out and see what pictures are taken?
I think she has to be up front with them. That's what I think.
You tell them.
Yeah, okay. I think she's got to say something out the gate, like with an email that maybe just says, "Hey, by the way, thanks. Looking forward to getting together with you guys. Just so you know, I'm keeping my kids off of social media. So any pictures that you may get, just make sure that they're not a part of it, or just crop them out or something like that." I think she's got to do that ahead of time, and that's just to let them know the expectation. You know what I mean?
Okay. Got a text message. I'm a firm believer that whatever the parent wants, the parent gets. If a parent does not want their child on social media, then the family needs to accept that. They need to just say, okay. At the end of the day, the parent's in charge. That child is their child, not the family's child. So whatever the parent wants should be accepted by everyone, regardless of their feelings.
Okay.
And Zach's like, yeah, I'd just be upfront about it. Technology's great, but there are two sides to every coin. If you get any pushback from any of them, post a photo of that person on Reddit and ask the internet to do its worst. Well, that's a little aggressive.
Oh, shoot. Andrew, the Love Doctor, he a lot of times calls our show all the time. He sent us a little voice note message.
Man, Ben is spot on, 100% right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Kelly. You have to communicate that information beforehand, before the party. And if you have anybody that has any issues with that, guess what? They don't get invited anymore. It's called respect. These are your children. They should be able to respect your wishes, period, the end. No questions asked.
All right.
Okay.
Keep on loving, guys.
All right. Thanks, Andrew, the Love Doctor. Appreciate it.
Confrontational person, so that made me nervous. But I guess that's the way to do it. Maybe send a message, either text, email, whatever, and just say, "Oh, looking forward to seeing you guys. Don't post my kids online."
Well, you don't have to say it like that, but yes, I think it's a courtesy of letting them know the expectations before they roll in. Where,
hey, we'd love your help with this. We're trying to keep the kids off social media.
Right.
We're just trying to protect their privacy.
Right.
Thanks so much for helping out with that. Okay, kisses. Who's bringing cookies?
So, all right. Well, hopefully that helps, Sasha. And keep us posted. There you go. That is Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.